Okay. I think we need to fix this limit thing so that.
Yes. I want I want us to get the full class first, so we can contribute and sort it out.
All right. So can you hear me now? And can you also see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we've now seen the difference between using a space and a tab. And so I was also advising on the fact that in a company you need to set the company's code style as precedence over yours. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the way to write a conditional statement is you know the condition you want to check for, and you use the if statement. So let's try something. Let's say age is equal to, let's set it to 17. And then let's say we are writing a program that only welcomes people that are 18 and above. Okay? No,
Okay.
let's start by people that are exactly 18. So the way to do that is you say if age is equal to 18, then you bring the colon. You see that the notebook has automatically aligned it for me because it is built into it. And most modern test editors also have that capability. Most modern test editors have that capability as well. So we check if age is equal to 18, then we want to print welcome. So you say, let's say print welcome to the party. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do else statement just yet. Okay, so let's run this cell and see. Does the output surprise you? The fact that nothing was printed out, does it surprise you?
No.
Okay, I have seen that there's one Kobe who has joined. Hello, Kobe.
Is that not Isaac?
Oh, okay, I think so. All right. I thought he was entirely new, so I wanted to know how much of Python he knows already. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So the way to write a conditional is if, and then the condition that you want to check for. So now we want to check if age is equal to 18. If it is 18, then we print. It shouldn't always be just one statement. You can add infinite number of statements, as much as you need to solve the problem that you want to solve. Okay, so I can add, say, print enjoy your stay. All right, so I ran this cell and nothing gets printed out, and the reason is that this conditional here evaluated to false because it is going to check age. Age is 17, right? And I have explained to you that you use double equals when you are doing equality check. Okay? Edward, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you use two equal signs when you are doing equality check. And so it checks, is 17 equal to 18? No. And so it ignores what is here. What if we wanted to do something else if the condition doesn't match? You see the beauty of Python. I just said, what if we want to do something else if the condition doesn't match? And yes, and unsurprisingly, the way to do that is else. But see where I place the else. You go back and align with the if. Then you say, go home and come back when you are older. This will not match for even people who are older than 18. So go home and come back when you qualify.
Okay.
Which you might never be, because if you are 19, then you are never stepping a foot here. Because now we have an else block. So what is going to happen is the condition is going to be checked. Is age equal to 18? Remember, age is a variable, so the interpreter will read what is inside age already, we'll read what is inside age already, and it will use it for the equality check. So is 17 equal to 18? No. And so it is going to print, it is going to execute what is in the else block. Because the condition didn't match, it is going to ignore everything within the block of the first condition. So the else is like anything else. Okay, let's set age to 18, exactly 18, and let's see. So now that age is equal to 18, you see that it executes the code, the statement in the block of the first condition, and it also ignores what is in the else. So it is mutually exclusive. You never get both of them executing at the same time, unless you didn't write your condition properly, which can happen. Okay. Now let's change
assignment.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we get an assignment, like an exercise right now to test it?
Yeah. I'll give it.
Looks like it's getting involving.
Yeah, I'll give it.
Okay.
So age, let's set age to 19. And then it is telling the 19 people to go home and come back when you qualify. Okay. Now, the problem is, what if we want the condition to be such that if you are 18 and over, then you are allowed? Then you want to say yes.
Oh, okay, please. Because I was going to say greater than.
Yeah, so it's not greater than. If you do just greater than, see.
Not just greater than, equal greater than.
Okay, and how do you write that? Is it this?
Or greater than equal?
Or this?
This is greater or equal to 80, so we'll go for this.
So run it. And then it says, welcome to the party. Yes, because the guy is 19 and 19 is greater or equal to 18. What if the person is 17? Then the person has to go home and come back when he or she qualifies. So this is a very simple way of writing conditional statements. Okay.
Right.
Now let's apply what we've learned so far to our ATM simulation. And the last time we got to the point where we didn't check for PIN. Okay, we didn't check for PIN. So the exercise I'm giving you is going to last for just 7 minutes. And the whole idea is to help you practice what we've learned so far. So what you're supposed to do is try to simulate an ATM program which allows somebody to make a withdrawal, and it doesn't allow the person to withdraw more than what is in his bank account.
Okay.
Yes, so now we are not talking about PIN, because the other time you could have a balance of, let's say, 10, and you can make a withdrawal of 30 because we don't do any checks. Now we want to check that what you want to withdraw should be within the limit of what you already have in your bank account. So that is going to be for 5 minutes. So for those of you who just joined, we learned about writing simple conditional statements using just the else. And we are now taking 7 minutes to complete this exercise here. I think 3 minutes of the time is already gone. So we have about 4 minutes, and this is not too difficult to do. It is basically just a continuation of what we started in our last session, where we're trying to simulate the operations of an ATM. And in the last session, you could see that customers could make withdrawals that were bigger than what they had in their bank account. And so, knowing what we know now, we want to implement a check to ensure that a customer cannot withdraw more than they have in their bank account. And I will highly recommend that once this video is published onto YouTube, you go and watch it, because we've learned some important things before we go to this point, especially how Python interprets the truth of different values, not necessarily storing just true or false to make something a Boolean. And we also discussed the differences between using spaces and tabs to delimit blocks in Python. And so you want to watch the earlier sessions of this video to gain that knowledge as well. So if any one of you finishes, you can just let me know so that you can share the screen and explain your solution to us. And by the way, if Isaac just joined, I made us use Google Colabs today because I understand you don't have a laptop yet, and so it will be difficult for you to even set up Python and stuff like that. But if you get access to any computer or even on your phone, you can go to colab.research.google.com. It's a free Jupyter notebooks hosted for you. And these things you see where we type our code is called cells. There are two different types of cells. And you enter your Python code and you press Shift Enter on your keyboard to execute it. And so we also started this session by talking about Jupyter Notebooks and Google Colabs. And so you want to also watch the earlier sessions to know how to use it. Anyone finished? This is supposed to be a very simple work.
I think I'm getting it, but there's an invalid syntax somewhere.
Okay, share your screen.
You'd have to enable me to do that.
Okay. Why is it so hard to? Let me just. How can I stop sharing? Oh, so my desktop is not shared all this while.
It was just the robots that was visible.
Wow. But now you can see the notebook.
Yeah, please, I want to see the question. I can, okay. Okay.
I'm trying to find a chat window here and mute participant, allow participant to mute. Okay. This is too much power. Okay. Edward, can you try sharing your screen and let me see if it will prompt me to enable you?
Okay. Host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Wow. This is just too much power for one person. What's this? Remote control. Oh no, not now, before you ask me to restart. Sorry, I assume it's that. Do you know what? Okay, yeah, so security should be here. Allow participant to share screen. Yeah. Okay, so now you should be able to share your screen.
You cannot start sharing what the other participant is sharing. So
I've stopped it now. And I'm also pasting the question here.
okay. Please, can you see?
Yes.
All right. So one sec. Before I brought in the if statement,
Mm-hmm.
when we run it, it gives you the option to enter amount to withdraw.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I key in 120.
Mm-hmm.
After withdrawing 120, your new balance is 14. That's the old, from the old code.
Yeah.
So I introduce the new one. If amount is greater or equal to balance, print insufficient funds.
Yeah.
And if I run it, there's an invalid.
So first of all, you are saying if amount is used is a keyword used differently. In this condition, you don't need is here.
Okay.
So that is one problem I'm seeing. Also, you are saying if amount is greater or equal to balance, I should be able to withdraw exactly how much I have.
Your balance. Yeah, I definitely see that. Okay, so let's run it again.
Still, you have an issue. Finish it. You run it. It might not be a syntax problem, but it will be a logical.
I think it's giving me the opportunity now. So let me see, 16,000. After withdrawing 60, your new balance is minus.
So
I told it to print insufficient funds.
So see, I want you to learn how to read error problems and then fix them.
Okay.
The first problem I'm seeing with your code is the arrangement. Don't forget that code is executed sequentially.
Yes,
At this point, you have already done your calculations before you are checking if amount is greater than balance.
Okay.
You see, you don't want to make the person be able to make the withdrawal at all.
At all.
So you want to even do this check before you calculate the remaining balance.
Okay.
2, you are using greater than, read the error very well. It says type error, greater than not supported between instances of string and int, which means one of your items is a string. Okay. And you are trying to, so amount here is, yes. You see, you casted amount to a number on this line, where you said remaining balance is equal to balance minus
int amount.
But then this casting didn't happen to the original amount. You just casted and used it in place. So you want to do the casting here so that wherever you see amount is always an integer. Otherwise, you are trying to check if some string is greater than some integer, and Python doesn't know what to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So try again. Rosina, have you finished? You are muted. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let me allow everybody to. I mean, there's too much power. Unmute themselves. Yeah. So Rosina, you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Yeah. So I'm still on it. Yeah. If I get some 5 minutes, I think I'll be done.
All right. So it will try again. I'll give you people 5 more minutes. I think someone wants to join. Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, Mr. Pai.
How are you?
I'm good. Unfortunately, I had problems connecting with my Wi-Fi and I still have problems. The landlord...
I'm surprised you're coming to learn programming on your iPhone. I'm like, how large is your iPhone?
I know, that's what I'm saying, that I'm using my mobile data. My Wi-Fi is not connecting.
If you know how to create a hotspot from your iPhone, you can create a hotspot from the iPhone and connect your Wi-Fi to the phone's hotspot.
Yes, I can attempt doing that right now.
Okay.
But I don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries. You can just manage with a phone for now. And when I upload the recorded session onto YouTube, you can watch it and practice on your laptop.
Mr. Pai?
Yeah.
Please, can I see the question again? I'm done, but I want to be sure if I've answered the question.
Okay.
I can't even. Write a presentation on this platform.
Stephanie, you remember the small Python you learned the other time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can attempt the question here. I mean, I gave them 5 minutes and they needed 5 more minutes, which is almost up now, but you can just attempt it. Otherwise, just follow through and maybe in the next sessions, you can ask your questions if anything is not right. But make sure you watch the pre-recorded videos. I've uploaded 3 of them already.
Okay.
All right.
But I cannot see the question.
You can't see the screen I've shared. Can you see the screen I've shared?
No, it's still loading. My mobile data is also having low data, sorry.
Yeah. Rosina, do you want to share your screen? All right, share your screen.
Let me share so I can see my error.
Okay.
Where is it? Yeah. Hey. Okay, sure. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, please. This is my beautiful error. I don't.
So read the error message. It's saying type error, unsupported operand. Unsupported operand types for minus, int, and str. What I want you people to develop is the ability to read error statement, decipher it, and attempt to fix it. What you are facing here is that you are using the negative, the minus operator between an integer and a string, and Python doesn't know what to do with that. And the reason could be that, one, your input is returned a string. And so you are trying to subtract your balance, which is an integer, from, you're trying to subtract the amount, which is a string, from your balance, which is an integer. I think now it fixes it. So run it and let's see.
Okay. Yes, okay. So, hey, I forgot
So just execute the cell again.
Please, is that?
Just execute the cell again. Now try to withdraw 160,000.
Okay.
No, the amount wasn't bigger than what you have in your balance.
Hey.
1.6.
This is 115 million. No, 1 million. Okay, so let me do it again. Let me run it again.
Your balance is 1.5, so try to withdraw 1.6.
Okay, let me run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is.
So let me see. You cannot withdraw, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but the problem is you have already calculated the person's balance before telling the person you cannot withdraw. Because at this point, you have already said CBAL is equal to balance minus amount.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, to verify that, I want you to include your last statement. This print your current balance is balance. I want you to print it when the person tries to withdraw more than that. Just copy your last line and paste it after before the else block. Just copy your last line. No, the line under the else.
Yes, this one.
Copy it.
Okay.
And come to the. You can just press Ctrl+C on your keyboard to copy. You have copied the entire cell now.
Oh, okay. Ctrl+C.
And now come to your print statement where you said your current balance is balance.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Don't paste it. Let me see. You cannot withdraw more than blah, blah, blah. You see, you are saying your current balance is, and you are showing old balance. Your current balance is CBAL. So replace balance with CBAL and you see the problem I'm telling you about. Replace balance with CBAL.
Okay.
Now execute the cell and see. And attempt withdrawing 1.6.
So the reason why I place the balance there is that the customer is trying to withdraw an amount bigger than his or her current balance. So I just wanted him or her to know that this is your current balance after the execution couldn't happen. That is why I did that.
So the problem here in programming, there are different type of errors. This is not a syntax error because your program is running all right, but it's a logical error. And a logical error means in the programmer's mind, something hasn't been done correctly. Right now, what you are doing is you are calculating my new balance, and then later you tell me you cannot withdraw. Meanwhile, you have calculated my new balance. So it's like I come to a bank, I have 10,000 in my account. I tried withdrawing 11,000. You said I cannot withdraw 11,000 because I have 10,000. Meanwhile, you have calculated my new balance, which is negative 1,000. So the next time I come, you say you don't have any account, and I will contend with you that the last time I tried making a withdrawal, it didn't work. So it is about the arrangement of the statement. I will attend to this when I'm showing the solution, but pay attention to the arrangement of your programming statement. Edward, do you have something new you want to share?
Yes.
Okay, so Rosina, you can stop the sharing and try to fix it.
Okay. I've stopped.
All right, Edward, you can also share. Let's see.
One second, please.
Okay. Just by inspection, you are also doing the same mistake Rosina is doing, but you run it.
Hey, kind of English is everywhere.
So you have a syntax error.
Line 7.
Your else is missing a colon.
Okay.
You don't always have to click the run cell. You can just press shift and enter at the same time. Rosina, you had a question.
So I've decided to directly tell the customer that like he or she cannot withdraw that specific amount if it's bigger. So I don't have to bring any calculation down there. So
right. After it goes on, you can share again and let's see.
Okay, so now it's giving me the option to enter the amount.
All right, so enter. Insufficient funds, right?
Yes,
now, where you print insufficient funds, print the person's balance. The balance that you have calculated, the new balance, print it. So use F strings and just add it to what you have. No, on the where the first block.
This one print after.
No, where you printed insufficient funds.
Okay.
Yes. Just include the remaining balance. I want you to see the logical error in your program.
Okay.
Yes, F, and then just include your remaining balance. No, it should be in the quote. It should be all right. No, inside the first quote, it should be all right.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, just include the remaining balance there. No. You already have it in a variable, so just copy the remaining balance variable. No, like you've done on the last print statement. You see, you have remaining balance in blocks, in curly braces.
Yeah.
Yeah, just copy that Kelly.
I already defined the distance, so.
Yeah, you don't have to recalculate it.
Okay.
Now run your program and I will show you where the logic is wrong. Okay. You see the problem?
Okay.
So the customer attempted making a withdrawal.
These are yes. Funds, remaining balances.
Yes. So you didn't give the money to the customer. And 2, you have now given them a negative balance for a money they never received. So you see that I'm happy this thing is happening so that you know the different type of errors that we make as programmers. Now your code is compiling all right. I mean, your code is running all right. So it is not a syntax error. But this type of error, we call it logic error. Like the way you have structured your code is wrong. That is why things are happening the way they are happening. The way you structured it. The first thing is you want to check if the amount is greater than what I have, then you don't allow me to do it. So because you are not allowing me to do it, you don't even have to recalculate my new balance because the transaction never happened. You get a point?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So now stop this one. Then I will do the solution for the two of you to follow. So you can stop the share.